Okay, so good evening to everyone. Welcome back again to Girls Make We Talk. I've missed you. It's been a while, and I hope everybody is doing fine. I'm also doing fine. So today's topic is about politics and motherhood, and I hope all of us are going to learn something from it. And joining me today is a wonderful woman who is a lawyer, intuitive life coach, and a presidential aspirant. Like, she's so wonderful. So her name is Mrs. Naa Amerley Asante-Armar. Hello, Ms. Naa.
Hello, Miss Bell. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, I can hear
yes,
you.
I can hear you, my dear.
Okay. So, Mrs. Naa, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry. So, thank you. My name is Naa Amerley Asante-Armar. I am a London-born Ghanaian, so born and bred in the UK. Currently currently in Ghana, where I've relocated to with my 2 boys, and have been living here for the last 7 months or so. I am a lawyer, a UK employment lawyer by profession, but also I'm an intuitive life coach, working primarily with women in the African diaspora, and also a presidential aspirant.
Okay. So how did you get in politics?
I'm just going to repeat to make sure I heard you properly. Did you say, how did I get into politics?
Exactly. How did you get into politics? Because you are vying for a presidential position, and we want to know how you got into politics.
Sure. So it was very, I'll say non-standard. So I don't have a background in politics. It literally was through, I would say, an evolution of the work that I do with women. So like I said, as part of my coaching, I work with women, primarily in the African diaspora, helping them to get clear on what their vision is, for their life, and specifically how they can contribute in their own way to restoring, improving the motherland. So the more work I've been doing with women, I've also been aware of certain challenges we have in Ghana when it comes to do with women. So a combination of those things led me to think about what would be the way to most positively impact the lives of mothers and mother figures, as I call them, aka women and girls. And that's what got me thinking about structure, because structure determines everything you do. There'll be a structure around everything. And the biggest or the most influential structure I think of in Ghana is the political structure. Because that literally determines, for the most part, the quality of the lives we live. So from there, I decided that, it's the best way to move forward to have a mother figure at the helm, if you like. And I thought, okay, just go for it. For presidency.
Okay. Okay, so when you were introducing yourself, you said you were born in UK. So why not
Yes.
UK and Ghana? Why are you vying for presidents in Ghana, not UK?
Okay, so the system is different in the UK for one. It doesn't really matter, but in the UK they have a prime minister and they have the monarchy, you know, the Queen in England or the UK. But it's because even though I was born and bred in the UK, my heritage, so my parents are Ghanaian, my grandparents, grandparents, you know, my heritage is Ghanaian. And so home, what feels like home to me is actually Ghana. And I've had an idea for a while to move to Ghana, partly to enable my children, well, all of us, to soak up more of our culture and our heritage. And so I consider Ghana my home, as in the home, yes, my home, my ancestral home. And so it made more sense to me to come and do that here in Ghana as opposed to getting involved in politics in the UK.
Okay. Then, so any challenges when you decided to get into politics?
Challenges. There was some, I would say, maybe practical or logistical challenges. The main thing was really I've had a lot of support, but also on the other side, people really encouraging me to do other things instead. So, for instance, you know, to stay in the UK and focus my energies there. Maybe to start with a lower level political position first to get experience and work my way up before, you know, heading for such a big position. So they were some, you know, some of the things. People didn't understand why, you know, having spent so much of my life in the UK, that I would then want to move to Ghana, you know. So not so much challenges, but things that I've obviously had to address and speak to people, friends and family, in amongst the support I've had. And then the other thing was logistical, I say. Nobody, well, I didn't foresee that we were going to be affected by a pandemic, and the borders closed. So that delayed the time that I could enter Ghana with my children and enter the system and everything else. So that was not on my side. And we've now had the elections in December 2020 just gone. So yes, those things I would say were some challenges. Yes.
Okay. That's so sad though, but then that's life. So have you gotten to a point where you wanted to give up everything?
No, I really haven't. It's been I would say my journey is unique. I myself have spoken to a number of women who have been in, some who have been in politics for a long time, some who have not been there for so long, and you know, I count myself very lucky that I haven't had those kind of challenges. One thing that I didn't mention is that, you know, when you try to voice, when you try to stand up or speak out for what you believe in, it doesn't always end well. You know, I was recently removed from a group, I'll say, a Pan-African organization, for standing up for what I would say was what I believe in, and, you know, standing against the mistreatment of people, especially women. And I was removed from that group. So, you know, some may say that that was a bad thing or a challenge. But, you know, it's very important to me that when we can, we stand up to do the right thing, regardless of the consequences. Because, you know, otherwise, how do people develop trust in you, you know? So.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. So how long have you been in politics?
So literally just where are we? About 18 months now. So for a short amount of time.
3 months?
18
3
months.
months? Did you say 3 months or 8 months? 18.
18, 1 year and a half.
Okay. That's a long journey though, because even a month is not easy. The roles you get and everything is not an easy job. So well done to you. Okay, so have you
Thank
had
you
any
very much.
regrets? You joining? You have you had any regrets? You've been in
No,
politics. Have you regretted anything? Why,
I think,
if we may know?
okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say I've had any regrets. I would say that I've taken a path that may not make sense to some people. Like I said, born and bred where I was, not having a background in politics, having children, youngest children, they're 10 and 7. So all these considerations, for some people, they may be concerned, but I have no regrets because irrespective, I didn't relocate and move home to Ghana just to enter politics. It's a bigger picture. It's part of, kind of continuing our journey, learning more about my culture and heritage, making sure my boys know more about our culture and heritage, and even getting to know the family here. So it's part of a bigger picture. So I definitely don't regret taking that part. And I would say that I already feel as if I've been rewarded because it's been quite a smooth transition for us to come from the UK and, what people say with all their, great opportunities and everything, and to be here in Ghana. I'm very grateful, but yes, it has been quite a smooth transition between the two different ways of living.
No, okay. So, to my audience, if you want to ask her any questions, you are free to drop it here for me to ask her, and I hope that you find that. Sure. So back to this now. Can you explain like motherhood, because politics and motherhood? So right now we know a little bit about your political side. So what you also know about the motherhood side? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a mother. I said I've got two boys, aged 10 and 7, and
Okay.
motherhood is a journey. I would say. We tend to think, especially with the English language, that yes, we define mothers as usually as those who give birth, so who physically have children. But we also have mothers who have children in different ways. They may marry, somebody who already has children. They may adopt children. They may be looking
Yeah.
after children of their siblings or some other family members. So I think that's a whole journey of helping children, basically babies and children, to grow and develop. But I also see another side of
Okay.
what we may not necessarily consider motherhood, but for me, it's definitely mothering. And what I mean
Okay.
by that is, when we have women who play a maternal and motherly role for other people, they don't have to be related to them. So, for instance, I would say like community motherhood, like our queen mothers, our queens here in Ghana, looking after different communities or tribes or clans, um, and also people who don't have a good relationship with their own biological mother or the mother they grew up with, they can actually be mothered by other women. So all of those things I put into the box of
Yeah.
motherhood, and all are important to me.
Oh, okay. So is your family okay with the path you've chosen?
My family has been very supportive for the most part. Most of my family have been supportive. Like I said, there are some that maybe they don't understand why I took the decision to leave the UK, which they may consider is a much is a much more stable environment, or a more wealthy environment to come to Ghana, where they're struggling with challenges here. But for the most part, the more that I walk this journey, the more that I do and I create and I get involved in things, then they kind of get a better understanding of what I'm trying to achieve. And for the most part, they have been supportive.
Okay, that's very nice of them, and I'm grateful to them for you. So, do you plan on going back or something, or you're settling? You need to settle, or you're planning to go back maybe after the election or something?
Oh, so just to be clear, sorry for the connection. Did you say, am I planning to go back, or is that what you said?
Yeah, I would ask her if you're planning to go back or you plan to settle for life in Africa. I mean, in Ghana.
Oh, I'm here to stay. We're here to stay.
Okay.
Like I said, the move wasn't just about coming here to do politics. It's much bigger than that. So as far as we're concerned, my boys and I, it's like we're home. We will obviously leave Ghana to travel as and when we can travel. We still have family and friends in the UK, but we very much see Ghana as home.
Okay, so that means you're in our country, right? You're enjoying Ghana, like, yeah.
I am, yes.
Oh, you are not?
I'm enjoying, yes. So the time has gone very quickly as well. Like I said, it's been 7 months already, and just working on different things. Working on different things. And it's been great to speak to other women on the ground, virtually, and find out more about the kind of challenges that we face in Ghana, especially as much
also presidential front, and she has been talking so much about the political side and also the motherhood side, and I hope all of you are learning something from it. I'm still trying to connect here. Yep. So okay. Hello, Mrs.
Yes, I can
Hello,
hear you.
Okay. Hello. Okay,
I can hear you.
The network is not allowing us to continue, so
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm going to reconnect again and see if it's going to work. It's not working. Okay.
Mr. Pearl, can you hear me? I can see you.
Oh. Okay, so that's okay, so she's back. She's alive. Hello, Mrs. Naa.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, so back to what you were saying. You were saying something before the. Oh, it's gone again.
Yes. No, I can hear you.
Hello, Mrs. Naa. Okay, so you were saying something. Can you please continue?
I think I thought I was still live, but maybe you'd fallen off. So I was just talking about the fact that my boys and I consider that we are home now, and it's been a smooth transition, and it's been great to be meeting, lots of different people, especially speaking to the women and men on the ground and finding out about what issues or challenges that the women have here, because I'm focused on helping the women to get into a better condition, because once the women are doing well, then everybody else follows. Once you have a woman in a home that she's doing well, everybody around her will also do well or do better.
Oh, okay. So that's very nice. So lastly, to my viewers, if you have any question you want to ask, please ask, and we'll gladly answer the questions for you. And I hope you're enjoying the show, because I'm really learning something from her now that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you can do something in someone's country. And actually, she's even a Ghanaian, so there's no big deal about this. I'm really learning something so much. I hope you are also learning something from her. So to Mrs. Na, our last question is politics and motherhood, one and the same. What's the take of the politics and motherhood? Are they the same or something?
I would say that they're much more closely related than people might first think.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is there tends to generally be a stigma or stigma and a stereotype around politics that, you know, it can be a dirty game. It's just for the men to be involved, and not so much for the women. And we see that in the sense that considering that women are the global majority of the population, even if it's by half or 1%, you know, there are more women in the world. When you compare that to how many women are actually involved in politics, it's really, really low. We're very much underrepresented. And it doesn't make sense that you then have the minority, if you like, the men, who are making decisions that affect the majority, because there are instances where and issues and things that we go through that they won't necessarily understand. So there needs to be many more voices in women's leadership, especially political leadership. And the connection that I make between politics and motherhood, when you hear me talk, I talk of the fact that it's now time for women to take care of their countries the way we do our home. So in our home, whether or not we have a spouse, a partner or not, we will wear several different hats. So for instance, we will wear the hat of Minister of Food and Agriculture, right? We source the food, we prepare the food for maybe children plus husband. Even if the husband or the partner is active, but we generally will be the one that nurtures and nourishes our family via food, because that is actually part of nurturing, like the motherly role. So we also wear the hat of the Minister of Health. When our children or even our partners not feeling too well, they come to us. And we somehow can work our magic and hopefully make sure that they're feeling better. We wear the minister, the hat, or we have the Ministry of Transportation. Some of us who our children are old enough and they have lots of activities to do, we may, be doing the school run, taking them to this activity or that activity. We may share that ministry with, if there's a partner, but if not, it's us. We're wearing that hat. Then we also have the Ministry of Education. Now, mothers are not the only people to teach their children, but we are the first ones, because as soon as they're born, we're already downloading things into our children before we've actually given birth to them. And even for the women who haven't given birth, they're the ones who are around showing them things, So a child is educated long before he or she enters the classroom. So Ministry of Education, of Food and Agriculture, of Transportation, of Health. We have maybe the Ministry of the Interior. Like, we have to be very diplomatic and mediate. For those of us who have more than one child, if there's any issue, any fights or anything, we need to know how to calm the situation, make sure everybody's heard. Be very diplomatic. Not choose one over the other. So in that sense, I say that we are playing many roles which are very similar to what we would play if you were running a country. Just that when you're running the country, you're not doing it single-handedly, are you? You have other people in your cabinet and then beyond the cabinet. So that's why I say they're much more closely related than people may say so.
Okay, so that's a nice answer to your question. So you can drop yeah. So please, Mrs. Na, your last take on the whole thing, your last take on the whole topic. What are you leaving for us? What do you want to say?
Yes. So I think you asked me to give my last take, right? Just checking because I can't hear you too well.
Hello? Yeah,
yes.
What you were saying to end the show.
Yes. So what I would say is that politics is not a man's game. Politics is life. It literally just is life. Everything that we do, we need to do to take care of ourselves. There's hardly anything that we can say we go through that is not affected by politics. And because it affects a big part of our lives, and because women are the majority in the country, we need more mothers and mother figures, more women to have a say. We're not saying that we need to keep the men out of the system altogether, but we are saying that it's crucial. It's absolutely crucial to the well-being of our countries, and especially the well-being of Mother Africa, that the women now voice they have a say in how we run our countries. We have some evidence from this pandemic that outside Africa, for the most part, the countries that have been run by women, there's data to show that they have managed the coronavirus pandemic much better, and I would say it's because it's encoded in us as women, whether we have children or not, to preserve and prioritize life, so that's my call to. There definitely are challenges about being in politics, but looking at how the world is today, we need to come together and support each other so that more of us are in politics, not just to have power, but so that when we make decisions, they positively impact everybody, and not just a minority, just a few at the top.
Okay, that's very nice. I've read a lot about this thing. I've really read a lot about what she's saying. I've learned that politics is not for me. Men who can give themselves in it. And you are saying from what we've said or what we've discussed today, and hope to see you next time. And I hope you enjoyed the program. Thank you, Mrs. Na, once again for getting time to discuss with us, and also thanks to everyone for making time to watch us. We're grateful, and I hope you enjoy your time. Thanks for see you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.